What's going on, guys? Nathan with Technology Smash, back with another video, and today I have an opening unboxing and we're going to go ahead and do the whole setup of the new Fitbit Ionic. So this is Fitbit's smartwatch that just recently came out, bit on the pricey end for them, especially. It's about $300. So this has more capability than the traditional Fitbits, or it's supposed to. So we're gonna kind of go through and set this up. I know I've done some in the past and people have liked the full setup because they can refer to the video if they're having any issues. So we're going to be setting it up with iOS today, and we're going to see how it looks and things like that. So one of the new things that they've changed about these is actually if you look at the sizing here, it's small and large now. So there's no more, I don't think there's multiple sizes anymore, like in different packages. It's all the same. So just some basic stuff around the sides, nothing too super exciting about the packaging. They are advertising their new headphones here on the bottom. Just talking about the normal features, new fitness features, smartwatch features. So this is kind of more of the new stuff here, and you can see stores 300 plus songs, NFC enabled, call, text, calendar, and app alerts, partner apps like weather and sports. So there are apps that will get more information into them, but as far as something like iOS, how locked down it is, it's not going to have the capability to reply and things like that like my Apple Watch would have. So you can see notifications for the most part, but a lot of times you cannot interact with them. So there's a little pull tab down in the corner here, so you just grab this and just pull it. This part will flip open and then you just kind of slide it from there. It's got this cool two-sided box that you kind of just separate from itself. Get the phone out of here for now. And kind of compare it to the size of the Apple Watch. So for those of you who want to know the size differences and things like that. So a little pull tab just like normal Fitbits. We'll set that over here. And that actually flips all the way open. So that's a little package. We'll get this package out. So here's the band for small size, and you can see that right there. So this is the small because the large is probably pre-installed. Well, actually that was dumb. It is because it's on there already. They're this grayish colored band. So this is the large and the small is here in the package. This is the cable that connects. It's in a little pouch that you peel open. So that's strange. I was interested to see their weird charger this time because they always have strange charging designs. So there's that. We'll actually see how it plugs in. That's it for the box besides this little paper here. It says don't watch, go. So you pull up anything that ever has a Fitbit logo, you pull on it. And that is, these are just a bunch of booklets and paperwork, so we don't care about those. Okay, so we're gonna move all this stuff away, including that band. So here is the watch itself. Pull this tab. Again, anything that has that little Fitbit logo, you can kind of see it there on the clear, is always something to pull. And there's even these little foam protectors on the sides. So here is the actual hardware. So this time the band snaps in to the back. I think the last one did this too, so it's nothing like a loop underneath. Well, this is not the right kind of loop, but it pushes down. These are really secure from my experience. I do like them. The band, if I can do it the correct way, it's really grippy, but in a good way. The band and clasp, dang, have this cool metal, cool to the touch design. I like how that kind of flips out to the side and then comes back in. I just like the way that looks. So here's the face and the sensors on the back. They're more of a flatter design than some watches, like the Apple Watch that has the big sort of bulb around it. So on the back of the Apple Watch, it has like a big bulbous like circle that sticks down, and it's not super thick, but it doesn't like conform to your wrist very much. Oh, so this already turned itself on. So visit the Fitbit app so we can get this set up. So we're gonna go through this whole setup for anybody who might have questions on it. And my brightness keeps kind of messing around on me, so we'll try to get it somewhat okay for the video. Okay, we'll open that up. It says, hey there, welcome to Fitbit. So I'm gonna log in real quick behind the camera here. and we will get started. Okay, Fitbit would like to send you notifications. Allow. All right, so we're going to add a new device because I haven't logged in a long time because I haven't had a Fitbit for a while. So we're going to go, let's see. So tap up in the corner, and right here you'll see set up a new device. So we're going to touch that. Usually what they do is their most popular stuff or newest stuff is always in order, I tend to find. So Ionic is here at the top. The watch designed for your life. Set up Fitbit Ionic. So it's going to ask you, allow Fitbit to connect to accessories. Yes. And I agree to the terms and policies. Turn on Bluetooth. It's already on. I don't know why it's asking me that. Turn on Bluetooth to allow. It is on already. I'll shut it off and turn it back on. I agree. There we go. Okay. So meet your Ionic. So it's telling you number 1 is the Ionic with the large wristband. It even tells you number 2 is a set of small wristbands, and number 3 is a charging cable. So next, plug the charging cable into a computer or USB charger and be sure, well, it already found it. So that kind of went too quick. So it pops up a number here like the other one. So 7656. So we'll enter that. Connecting to Fitbit. So you can see the logo on here sort of changed. Now it says it's connected. Pairing your device. So it does have a little bit of a small screen. It's asking if my phone will pair with it. I say yes. It's Wi-Fi time. Connect Ionic to your home Wi-Fi to update your watch and get it ready. So we'll do that. I'm going to have my phone over here in case it asks for any info. Okay, yes it does. It's going to ask for, so at this point here, it's going to search for Wi-Fi through your phone, and then it's going to ask for the password. I just typed it in wrong. And then, so it'll connect automatically through your watch. You don't have to. This is the kind of stuff that I do like. I think the watch might have Wi-Fi built in. I'm actually not 100% sure. But what's nice is when you can do things through your phone, so you wouldn't have to type like a giant passcode in on the watch. Usually saves quite a bit of time. So if this will connect here, which it's really trying to, while that's trying to do work through that, I'm going to show you this charger. So the back is just a tiny little set of pins right there, those 3 little pins. They're not intrusive in the way at all. So this, I think, yeah, and it's a magnet, so it kind of just snapped on there. Pretty easy to connect. The thing that I've always kind of been irritated with Fitbits is the charging. And this one feels like it could easily be flicked off or knocked off. If you see, like, I'm barely pulling and it just kind of falls away. So that might be an issue. As long as you just plug it in very delicately and set it down somewhere, you should be fine. But even doing that, it came off a couple times. It's obviously not the strongest magnets in the world because it can't just destroy your device. Okay, this is having trouble here, and I don't know why. Let's try it again. So this, what's nice about this is it should go straight through my Wi-Fi to be able to do the update on the watch, because there usually always is. Anytime I've ever set one of these up, there's been an update right away, because they're constantly updating things in their software, which is great. My phone has full Wi-Fi on my, there we go. Okay. Ionic is now connected. Okay. So new update available. Might be a little bit too dull now. New update available. Keep watch close to your mobile device during this step. So we're going to update it. So check out the awesome things your watch can do. So we can, as long as this shows that it starts to update, I want to look at a couple of those things. It does say in the top it's setting up. So let's go ahead and set that over here. So you can see some of the things it says. So track your activity. So it has information, track your activity, all the movements you're doing after the app. You can customize daily goals in the app. How many steps you've taken, what distance you've traveled, calories, minutes active, heart rate, rest, and activity, how well you slept. So this is all normal stuff for Fitbit. This is all common things that if you've used one or if you know about them, you're used to. This is not part of the new stuff. Give your clock some style. So these actually have color screens now, so you can actually have different backgrounds that look a lot more appealing than the last ones did. So Ionic comes with a variety of clock faces to match your mood, lifestyle, and look. Pick your favorite when the update completes. So it's just telling me to do it later. Get notifications with a glance. So you can customize your notifications. So it automatically selects calls, texts, calendar events. And then you can have app notifications down here. Apps will appear here after they send notifications to your phone. So that's weird. So it sounds like you can't set those up until you start getting the notifications on your phone, which is a little strange. But you can choose right here to customize those like we had already seen. Optimize your workouts. So this section here, Ionic tracks your real-time stats during exercise so you can analyze your performance. Has built-in GPS, sport modes, smart track. So it automatically records runs, walks, elliptical, and other workouts. I have heard of this being a little bit buggy where people were doing something completely different and it will say they're, starting an exercise for biking or whatever. So take that for what it's worth. We'll see how it works. Swimming, track duration, laps, and distance of your swims. Listen to your music phone free. So this would be one of the newer features here. So sync your favorite songs to Ionic and listen with Bluetooth headphones. So Pandora, that's in the United States only. So sorry if you're out of the US. You can sync your stations for offline listening. Your music will automatically refresh anytime Ionic is charging. So that's pretty cool. Personalized music. So you can sync up to 300 songs. That's weird. 300 plus songs. So it's probably an average song. So they give you about 300. So you can put your own music on here, which is nice. And enjoy popular apps. So once the update is complete, you'll be able to see apps like Weather, Strava, and Starbucks. So this actually has, Starbucks wouldn't be necessarily for NFC, but you can do mobile payments through the Fitbit now, which is pretty cool. And this is what it looks like right now. I don't really know what that weird line is on the left, so we'll have to see. But you can do mobile payments now through this, and that's why on the packaging it says it has NFC built in. So for things like Starbucks, it's going to be a standalone app that they made that works with Fitbit, specifically this Ionic, and it will have like probably like your QR code or a barcode that pops up that you can say, here, scan my watch for Starbucks. So sounds like there's a few developers already in on it. Fitbit is incredibly popular. It's used probably the most fitness tracker that I've seen. The Apple Watch might be more so now, but for fitness, I always see Fitbits everywhere, and I know they have quite a big hold on the market. They also bought Pebble before this happened, so I'm guessing they may have used some of their smartwatch technology in this stuff. Not 100% sure though. To keep turning that down. Pay from your wrist. So this is the last one. So leave your wallet at home and pay in seconds with Fitbit Pay. So it has its own separate name. Merchants never see your card number, and you still get protection from your bank. So you can add your cards, look for the symbol, which is the electronic pay symbol, tap and pay. So you hold your watch next to the terminal, get confirmation. So just like the Apple Watch or Apple Pay or Android Pay, all that stuff using NFC. So up at the top here, you can actually see setting up Ionic 18 minutes estimated. So we're going to go ahead. We'll come back after this is done and the setup is there so that we can look through everything. And then we will go through it more in depth. And we are back. That did take quite a bit of time, and it's still actually not fully done right now. So it still says it's setting up. This line that I had wondered about earlier is actually a loading bar that goes from left to right. So as it fills, that higher percentage is being done. So you can see it move there. So what I figured I'd do is just kind of show a little bit more around the watch. It's incredibly light. Feels really nice. So the Apple Watch here, you can see the kind of width total. Not too big of a difference. The face is here. A little bit wider on the Fitbit and a little bit less elegant, I would say. I mean, the Apple Watch isn't the prettiest thing either, but this is definitely like a fitness tracker. You could just tell. I'm sure there's going to be other bands like they've had in the past that are very high end and more expensive. What I did really like looking at it is these button releases back here. The Apple Watch has always been one of the easiest. You press the button and slide the band out, where you press and then kind of slide it. They do tend to get kind of stuck a little bit and a little bit just weird over time, especially if you exercise a lot and get dirt in there. But this one is really cool because you just press on that tiny little, that one's actually not back in because I had pulled that one out. So those are sticking out a tiny bit. So you press it, just real easy, and it just pops right off. So very, very simple and very, very easy to do too. So press and it just slides right out. It's very smooth. Doesn't feel at all like it sticks. So what it's doing is it has little pins that kind of hook underneath. So as you press it, this turns to the side and allows the release. So you can actually just push them right in to reset them. So it's pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and try this on here too, so I can tell you how it feels on the wrist. Get behind the camera here. I really like the way it looks. It's nice. It's definitely, like I said, a fitness watch, but yeah, this is gonna be nice. You can already tell it's very comfortable. So here is it on my wrist. It just snaps into that little pocket after having the normal watch type clasp, which is nice. I really like it. It looks nice. All right, so let's go through. Let me just see. So I did charge it for a little bit too. I didn't even unwrap this cable, but it did stay in place. So that's good. But again, it's just this little pins. Sorry for the focus here. They have magnetic little spots on the sides here. So these are the charging pins. Those little circles on the sides are the magnets that hook it in. I'm gonna see what this is saying still. So it's still setting up. So it does take quite a bit of time. So step 3 of 3 installing. Feel free to use your phone during this update. Just remember to keep it close to Ionic. So it's been saying that the whole time. So make sure you have a little bit of time if you're going to be doing this, because it seems to be taking a long time to do, which is kind of annoying. So it seems to be going a little bit faster now. But as you can tell, so like I said, from left to right, that is the loading bar. So it looks like it's about 50% loaded. This isn't the update being downloaded anymore. This is actually trying to like restart or go into the menu. So it's actually a little less than half, because those middle dots are the center of the watch here. So the face is nice and bright. It has this like glass feeling over the top, which previous Fitbits have all had that like plastic feel. And I'm pretty sure it is glass. Feels that way. Feels really nice actually on the wrist. Buttons are very, very clicky. I'm going to try to get this in the mic if you listen. So those are great. It's a little bit over halfway. So I'm not going to make you wait through this. I'm going to wait till this is fully set up now. And we'll be back here in just a second. Okay, so we're finally set up. That took a good, 25 minutes or so, I would say at the most. Took quite a while. So now you can see the next step on here just says to try it on, and just like normal, wear it loosely enough to move up and down your wrist. Allow Fitbit to access your location. We'll do always allow. Clean and wear tip. So it says to clean your band and wrist regularly with soap-free cleanser. If Ionic gets wet, remove and dry completely after your activity. Take your watch off from time to time. So they're really serious about this kind of stuff, because I think the original charges were giving people a lot of skin irritation problems and big like rashes and things like that. So had a lot of people complaining about that. Time to explore. So swipe up for notifications, down for music, right for quick actions, left for apps, left button to go back, tap the clock face to see your stats, shortcut buttons. So there's shortcuts you can set up in there. All right, it's all set up. So let's take a look at the actual face. So when you raise it, it does wake up. I'm trying to see if it'll just shut itself off. All right. So when you raise, you can tap, and that will give you different things for your actual. Let me try putting my fingertip on here and see what happens. So you can do your normal all-day stuff that you're going to want to see frequently if you're wearing an activity tracker. So your calories burned, your clock, your steps, and your heart rate. So mine's at 70 right now. So you can see those sensors on the back flickering. That's taking the heart rate. I did notice too on here, it almost looks like plastic lines like phones have when they have a metal body design, almost like they're bands for some kind of connection or just something, some kind of antenna lines. So you press all the way on the left will wake up and shut off the display if it's already at the main menu, which this is. And then you can swipe this direction for some info. So screen wake, notifications, that's all that it says on there. That's crazy. That's it. Notifications on and off, receive from phone. Screen wake auto, manual are the two different options there. So if I press that again, it's going to go back. This right button up here will give me my steps per hour, heart rate. So it's all that other stuff, but just listed in a, has all of the information in there. So active minutes, floors climbed, all that. If I press it again, nothing happens. If I press it on the left, it goes back. Plug in your Ionic and set it down for 15 seconds to calibrate sensors. I won't do that right now. If I press this left one, this is the quick actions. So this is a run mode. There's bike, swim, treadmill, weights, interval timer, and workout. So you can actually, there's a setting in the corner here, and this is all touch screen. So you can show the cues, automatic cue settings, customize your stats, always on screen, which reduces battery life. So that's like during a workout if you'd want the screen on the whole time. I'm gonna look through a couple of the watch faces here, and then that should pretty much about wrap this up. So let's take a look. And this is all is gonna be through a sync through your phone. So you can see this is kind of the menu once you touch the actual device. Clock faces, apps that are available. So let's see what shows up in here. So you have Fitbit Wallet, Strava, Starbucks, settings, today, music, exercise, weather, relax, Pandora, and Fitbit Coach. How to use information in here, accessories that are available, media, so adding your songs and things like that. You can change all this stuff like you always have been able to on Fitbit. So your main goal, your exercise shortcuts, things like that. You can lock your device now or remove completely. You can sync it from there. Here's some of the different watch faces. So this is clock, and you can just pick a new clock. So there's actually quite a bit. Usually Fitbit only has like 3 or 4, and I like this one because of the full color screen. So let's do that. So you select the one you're looking for, and then I believe, I don't know if it's going to show up right away or if it's trying to sync again. So you can see that little indicator on the phone. It is syncing, which again does take a little bit. It's amazing how quick or how long this does take to communicate. Other smartwatches and things I've had, if you do change it through your app, like Android Wear, it's almost immediate. It's pretty fast. This is taking quite a bit. It's not even about halfway done. But what's really cool is this has a really bright, nice color display. So that's going to be a lot different from the Fitbits in the past. And I'm just going to go back out and see. It's probably syncing. Yeah, it says on the bottom here, installing apps. So that could actually be a separate app that is part of the face that's just not downloaded to the app, the Fitbit app. So we'll cut it some slack for that. If you go to this all clock section, not just my clock, you can look through everything, or you can go to my clock and do like the customized, pick new ones. It's still not changed yet, so we'll see. Still installing. But you can go in there and set your current one, continue installing. They did not finish. So you can see it's a little bit buggy so far. Kind of annoying. The line popped back up. Luckily it didn't start all the way over, but man, it is slow. So anyways, for what you're getting here, remember this is $300, so it's pretty expensive. I've seen deals for Black Friday coming up where Fitbit Charge HR2 are about $99 at most stores. So that's a third of the price, which does most of the same things. I don't know for sure, I'll have to wear this for a little bit to see what else is involved here, but $300 is pretty steep for me. That's going to have to be pretty well justified for a lot of things. I know it's not, a great indication because we just started getting into this, but it doesn't seem like the software is completely user-friendly and bug-free. It's a little bit clunky right now, so far at least. And I don't know. I guess we'll see. But again, $299 is quite steep. So keep that in mind if you're wanting one of these, or if you're asking for one for, the holidays. And it shows like a full loading bar, just so I can kind of show you. But it just won't like finish up. And it's still on the old face. What is the deal? All right, well, continue installing. Okay, it just got to vibrate like it did something. So we'll see. The vibrate is pretty nice. You can actually feel it pretty good. Let's see what happens when it restarts here, and I'll go into the app. But you can kind of see this gives you an idea of things you might be dealing with a newer device. like this. I know they've had a lot of devices for a long time and they are experienced in this, but this one is new. Okay, so there it is. So it's finally showing on there. It's a little bit bright. It's kind of hard to see, but the background is actually moving, which is really cool. So that might have been why it was a little bit bigger, but the clouds are moving in the background and the steam through. You can see it on the left-hand side there. So yeah. If you guys have any questions on this, let me know. I'll be trying to get to them because I know a lot of people got use out of some of my past setups for these, especially with Christmas time coming around and stuff. People tend to get these as something that they ask for. So any questions, leave them down below and I will let you guys just kind of ask through there and I will answer as many as I can. And for now, I'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks.